Hello everyone, we are going to see about blockchain, which is going to be called Internet 2.0. To start with blockchain, I have a very simple question, which is there is iPhone 7 sale is going on in sitaram.com for $100 and iPhone 7 is $300 in amazon.com. Which one you prefer to buy? Most of us will go for amazon.com because we trust Amazon. He is an established player in the market. That's why we are ready to pay $200 extra to him even though the iPhone 7 price is $100. At last, who we trust, the strangers or known person? Most of the time, we do business with known person. It doesn't mean we are not doing any business with strangers. We are doing business with strangers when we go to shop, when we go to petrol bunk, when we go to restaurants. But how we are doing, we are using a middleman who is known to everyone and he is an established player in the market. There are two guys. We are doing our transactions with the strangers. When we buy a home or a land or car, we are using government as a third party to validate the ownership of the car or home by the particular person who is selling it. And also when we going to get transaction with someone paying money for the petrol or a food or restaurant, bank is validating the payer is having the money in his account or not, whether it will get credited to my account or not. So these big players are playing in middle part of every transaction happening in the world. For that we are paying a very high price to them. And why blockchain? When we look into the transactions happening between multiple parties, the speed of the transaction is slowing down because it is going from one party to another party and there from another location. It is taking a very huge time to complete the entire process when multiple persons or multiple parties are involved in a single transaction. And there is a gap between the markets, like when there is a buyer, seller, and platform, the three different users having three different applications and three different data spaces. So it makes the gap between the marketplaces for a single order. There is a it is not a duplication of data. It's like inconsistent data sits within three different instances. So it is creating a gap for a single order. The transaction will be getting slowed down. So I'll explain this in the next few minutes. The current software solutions are like our web server in Amazon and database lies with Amazon. And I'm taking entire Amazon as a single instance with web server and database. And there is a web server and database for bank, and web server database for sellers, and web server and database for courier service. Think like a person called Bob is ordering a product in Amazon. Then the order will get notified to the seller. Then Amazon will notify the bank to collect the money from the person through the credit card or debit card. And once the seller is back, then he notifies the courier service to come and collect the courier service and deliver it to the particular Bob. In this scenario, Amazon is having one set of data, bank is having a set of data, and seller as well as courier are having a set of data. But these data are not interconnected. Only through the services it will get connected. What makes it problem is like when you cancel an order, suppose you have ordered an item but what you have received is not the same, then the issue starts. Then what we do, we try to cancel the order. What Amazon will do, Amazon will notify the bank to cancel the transaction and send the money back to the customer, and he will notify the seller to that the item is mismatched with the customer is not satisfied, so get the item from the customer back. And then the seller notifies to the courier service to get the item back. If all the systems are independent, it makes the process slow down. To get the cash back to our account, it takes almost 15 days or more than that sometimes. To avoid that, if there is a sync of data for a single order between all the four parties, if Bob is cancelling the order, automatically bank knows the status of the order, Since the order is getting cancelled, automatically the amount transaction from the bank to the POB is initialized, and also the same time seller notifies the status of the order is cancelled. So as well as the same time the courier also get notified. So without the intervention between the Amazon as well as the seller, courier service can automatically initiate to get back the item from the Bob and then give back to the seller. Then automatically once the seller received, Amazon also will get to know that the item is get back to the seller. So this is how the distributed systems will work, decentralized systems will work. So one particular order, it is consistent between all the four states and four instances, rather than having inconsistent data in four different places. How blockchain system works. There are no single ownership, everyone is a participant. If you see this, the web server of Amazon, seller, bank, everything lies within us. So any data comes to only one of the instance, automatically it will be updated in other instances also. For a single particular order, the entire data of that particular order will be available for all the parties involved in the transaction. So if anything changes, automatically they respond to the change immediately. How blockchain works. Uh, I'm just going to explain this with a simple example. Introducing, we have created a new video player called vPlayer. How it is different from other player, let me explain how. So, I have launching my video player and signing in using my password. Right now there are no videos. Consider this as a blockchain node. It has the capability to upload the video and store the video inside the video player itself. The code which is used to process the video and save it inside the video player is called a smart contract. I have launched a video player somewhere in India. Right now I don't have any videos in my video player. Suddenly what I am doing, I am uploading a video and I am telling like using my personal password, I am encrypting the video and I am uploading to the video player. Right now only one video player is launched in the entire world. So I am automatically validates this video is mine. So I am storing in the video player. So it is stored in the video player itself. This is the step 2. In step 3, someone from USA has launched the same video. Once the video is launched, automatically it will be connected to all the video players launched throughout the globe. It will go and search using the vPlayer protocols. Once it finds another video player, it gets automatically connected and it will get the data which is stored in that particular machine and it will get automatically synced. If you see this, I have already uploaded a video and that video is automatically downloaded to this video player. I am signed in USA. But if you see, decode the message, the video will have the data as well as the owner name which is uploaded by me. Right now we have only two video players and suddenly the person who launched a video player in USA is uploading another video and the same thing will happen again. The input will be encrypted using the SHA inputs, the hash is created, then it is uploaded by the video. Then this data is sent to all other video players in the world. So once other video player receives the data, he validates if the video is already available in my video player or who is the owner of the video player. Sometimes what we do, if you YouTube kind of things, we will download a video and we can upload it in our user account. But in a decentralized network, for one particular asset, only one owner should be available. So in that case, I am validating whether this data is already available in the platform or not. So once it is not there and I have validated he is the owner of the video, so I am just accepting it and I am adding to my storage. Right now two video players have launched in two different places, both are interconnected, both have two videos and another two players have joined and all other players will have two videos each and every one. Now all the four video players are interconnected. Now suddenly there is a person who is not a owner of a video tries to sell that video to some particular person because there are a lot of traction to that particular video. And what he is forming a transaction in the video player to sell the video to some other person. So that transaction means kind of a message will be sent to all the video players in the globe. So all the video players will receive the message and validate it who is the owner of the video, whether the owner of the video is trying to sell or not. Once it is validated, that transaction will be failing because he is not the owner of the video. Okay, so the transaction will get failed, and this is how the validating peers are called miners, and the message we are sending to other video players to validate is called transaction. The transaction will have a from and action and to. And the person who is owning the video is trying to sell that video to some other person. In that case, again, all other minor nodes will validate it. Whether if it is a successful transaction, they will add the transaction to the end of the data storage. So everyone accept this is a valid transaction. They are adding the data to the end of the storage. So the each and everything is called block. How to create the blockchain system and what is used to create the distributed video player. Uh, to develop any kind of application, we need softwares. To create this kind of distributed or decentralized applications, we need ethereum or hyperledger, coda or quorum, multi-chain, monex. There are multiple software platforms are available to create this kind of decentralized applications. The technology stack is very simple. The UI will be as usual as HTML, CSS and JavaScript, browser or mobile app. And our blockchain network is created using Ethereum. It's like creating a multiple video players. Here we are running a multiple Ethereum nodes which are interconnected, and we are going to deploy our server-side code inside the Ethereum node. That programming is called Solidity programming. That is called smart contract. Smart contract is written in Solidity, then it will be deployed into the blockchain network. Once it is deployed, it will expose the REST endpoints so we can be accessing through our UI controls. Once we have the REST endpoints, we can access through Web3.js because it is having the JSON RPC protocols to invoke the functions which is deployed in the smart contract in the blockchain. So this is what a small introduction about Ethereum blockchain development. Thank you.